Thanks for watching. So this is something I'm going to talk about today, which I get asked quite regularly actually by people with relatively little or no understanding of SEO. It's a very legitimate question. It does show some understanding of what SEO is about, but really it's a major misunderstanding of what a good website should be trying to achieve in driving traffic. It's a little bit a way of gaming the system in a kind of roundabout way. So what I'm talking about is exact match URLs. So your URL is your web address. So for us it's www.fdcstudio.co.uk. The web design page is fdcstudio.co.uk/webdesign and so on and so forth. That's your URL. By exact match URL, what we're talking about is when the URL contains the keywords that you're trying to rank for. So if you were happening to sell carpet fitting in Milton Keynes, www.carpetfittersmiltonkeynes.com would be exact match URL. And historically there has tended to be fairly high sort of correlation between having URLs which match and ranking in the search engines. The obvious reason is if you've got a website which has the domain name Carpet Fitters in Milton Keynes and someone types that into the search bar, well, there's a pretty good relevancy score there. So it's quite natural that it does appear quite high up in the search. That is probably likely to change in the future as the web starts to get filled up and there are thousands upon thousands of people who have bought URLs specifically for exact match. It doesn't help the user, it doesn't help businesses, it's just another form of web spam really. So what people suggest, in their kind of with good intentions is they have the main site. So here I've used www.widgetwonder.co.uk. So God knows what widgets are, but we're going along with it. And what they thought is, well, do you know what? I sell blue widgets, and really I'd like to rank for that. So what I'm going to do is buy a brand new domain name, bluewidgetsderby.co.uk. Obviously this person's wanting to sell blue widgets in Derby. And they've also set up www.bestwidgets.co.uk. And what they're hoping is these websites are going to either A, rank in their own right, or what is usually the case, I'm going to set up a 301 redirect, and anyone who puts in bluewidgetsderby.co.uk, because I own that URL, and there's a redirect, a 301 redirect, it's going to just help my site rank on its own. So that's the theory. Swapping sides. So the first thing what people tend to think is that's going to provide them with links. So if they set up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 websites, that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 links. Well, no. These sites, if they've been 301s, really, especially if they can be 301 from the outset, are never going to get indexed in their own right anyway. So the search engines aren't even going to know they exist. So there's absolutely no link value in them at all. If perhaps you kept them as standalone websites with a link to your site, well, then what you've basically got is a link off an absolutely useless website. I mean, there's going to be no value to this because these sites themselves are going to have no value because there's no content on there, people aren't searching for them, people aren't looking at them and using them. It's a very, very low quality link. The time it takes us to do this and the £10–20 a year you spend on the URL and all the hosting for the sites and all that, it's just a massive waste of time. Far, far better use of time. Referrals, people aren't going to find these websites even if you keep them going on your own. There's no quality content on there. If you can't get your main site to rank for blue widgets and Derby, well, how the hell are you going to have a small micro site rank for it? It just isn't going to happen. So if you have this conversation with a business owner, what they then come back to you and say is, or often say is, well, I'll put some content on these pages and I'll make these pages good on their own, these websites good in their own right, and they'll get traffic there and they'll start driving traffic to my site. Well, yeah, you could do that. So instead of spending the time and effort actually making your website better, adding good content on there, getting sort of like decent link architecture and all this kind of stuff, you're going to divert your attention from your main website to these to these sites to try and get some traffic. What a waste of time. Just spend your time and effort on your main website and pick up these and try and pick up these phrases on merit. This kind of arrangement just simply doesn't work. It's just a waste of time. Now, you know, there's good reasons why people do this, and it's understandable why people make this mistake. But time and time again, we get asked, well, why do we have to just do this? It's not a good use of your time. It's a waste of money and a waste of your efforts. So hopefully that's been useful to you. Next time I get asked this question, I can just refer people to this video, so that makes my job a little bit easier as well. So yeah, thanks for watching.